is the Boston Celtics master plan finally coming together? I know you're probably clicking on this video saying, Allie, what the hell are you talking about? But Brad Stevens, the genius that we have in the front office of the Boston Celtics, might have the best offseason for the Boston Celtics he could possibly ever want after winning an NBA championship. And we're going to break down how this master plan could actually pay off this upcoming season. Before we get into that, we do start off the season October 22nd against the New York Knicks. This is when we will hang banner 18. The players will get their rings, and there is no other team I would want to do this in front of instead of the New York Knicks. So if you want to piss off a Knicks fan, which I always think of Marshall Green, spam banner 18 in the comment section down below just to remind Knicks fans that happen across this channel who's the NBA champs. All right, is the revenge tour coming? The Celtics should be the biggest NBA team in the entire world right now. They just won the NBA Finals, which is the highest honor, the first time in 16 years. Not only did they prove the media wrong, but they just shut everybody up, winning every single playoff game in 5 games or less. So why are the narratives now pointing fingers saying, is Jayson Tatum enough? Is Jaylen Brown not happy where he is? Why are the Boston Celtics not being glorified right now? I know I may be biased, but normally when the champions are crowned champions, you get this sweet period where you just soak in being the best. So why is this not the case? The NBA seems to be motivating the Boston Celtics once again, which we've already seen once before how that played out. Well, it ended with a nice piece of jewelry on their fingers. And it just sounds like the NBA is still pinning this narrative that Tatum and Brown are not legit, and I'm over it. So I want to break down the Boston Celtics master plan to win back-to-back NBA championships. Number 1, keep all the same players. Check. 13 out of 15 guys are returning to TD Garden. No Svi Mykhailiuk, he's joined the Utah Jazz. Still no O'Shea Brissett, but that could still change as he is still available in NBA free agency. But Brad Stevens, he looked at this roster and he said, man, somebody cooked here. Okay, he knows that anybody that comes in could possibly throw off the communication and the balance that they have created in a Boston Celtics top 15. Not to mention, there are numerous superstars on this team, and they all flow so well together. You bring in one bad player, and that can mix everything up. So no new friends for the Boston Celtics this upcoming season. So they know exactly what they're going to get. But leaving that final roster spot open one more time does allow the three two-way players to prove that they could play for the Celtics when it comes towards playoff time, or even see if there is something they would like to fill, a need perhaps, maybe a center or a guard depth. So there could be room for a little bit of improvement. But in all honesty, Boston can't get much better than what they've got right now. You cannot tell me the Boston Celtics could get any better with Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis, Holiday, White, Horford, Pritchard, Hauser. The list goes on and on. So the beauty of what Brad Stevens is doing right now in his master plan is he's not changing a damn thing because it works. But there has been some narratives this summer, mainly with Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown has just completely been slighted this entire offseason, which really sucks because he should be the player that should be getting the most praise out of anybody. Why? Because he's coming off one of his best seasons in the NBA. He won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP with the look of shock on his face when his name was announced. He won the NBA Finals MVP. Not to mention he made numerous clutch time plays. It was evident Jaylen Brown could be the face of the franchise anywhere he wanted. But now he's the second highest paid player in the NBA. He just reached career high 50 a field goal percentage and assists per game. But because of what happened with Team USA, he was snubbed publicly. And he showed on Twitter that it really pissed him off and he felt slighted and he felt snubbed. So Jaylen Brown now has this chip on his shoulder. And I think the quote says it best, coming from Jaylen Brown himself, that embarrassment is where growth happens. Although he has no reason to be embarrassed, I can see while he's watching 3 of his teammates play across seas and watching them win gold, which has been a lifelong dream for Jaylen Brown, I cannot think of a bigger chip to put on somebody's shoulder that didn't even need a chip on his shoulder because he's playing so well right now. There is one more key factor here to the master plan that is unveiling in front of us for the Boston Celtics. But before we hop into that, I want to make sure you guys are playing my favorite daily fantasy sports app, Prize Picks. If you guys are not playing, let me go ahead and tell you why you should be. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch those winnings roll in, baby. You get in on daily action with your friends and become part of the Prize Picks community today with over 5 million active members. And if you're asking, Allie, how do you play? Super easy. Picking more or less than 2 to 6 players allows you to win up to 100 times your money with as little as 4 correct picks, or you can turn $10 into $1,000. And the beauty of it is that there is sports all the time. Right now, this is my live entry for MLB games going on right now. There was a promotion saying if I won an entry with a pitcher strikeout projection, then I get a free lineup. Well, just want to let you guys know Montgomery did have 6 strikeouts against Colorado Rockies today, and we also had Doyle have a hit. So nonetheless, 2 out of 3, Mama just won $20. If Aaron Judge wants to have 1 hit, well, then she'll be a very happy camper. So if you guys want to go ahead and play, download the app, create an account, and all you have to do is use code CLNS for a first-time deposit match up to $100. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks for a deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, run your game. Obviously, the third storyline here is the disrespect Jayson Tatum has been getting. And if you just decided to slight Brown and disrespect Tatum, holy shit, you have just done something real bad. Not playing Tatum in Team USA is crazy. And I understand, I'm not going to be that Tatum fan that's saying he's the best player in the entire world, because he's not. And I would understand that if I was Steve Kerr, I would play Kevin Durant over Jayson Tatum. I'm just going to preface that. But not playing Jayson Tatum, allowing him to have the second fewest minutes on Team USA after he just won the NBA Finals is blasphemy. Jayson Tatum has so many attributes to his game. He's a phenomenal two-way player that I truly do believe this is going to linger in Jayson Tatum's mind moving forward. Not to mention, he's been talking about it with his close friends and family because Jayson Tatum's mom had the same question that we had. Somebody asked, is Jayson Tatum hurt? Why is he not playing for Team USA? His mom, if your mom gets involved, you know it's serious. She tweeted out, no, he's not hurt. But if you find out what's going on, please let me know. Unacceptable and makes no sense. Amen. Amen to that. But Jayson Tatum also talked about how he feels about not playing for Team USA, technically. It was a tough personal experience on the court, but I'm not going to make any decisions off emotions. If you ask me right now if I'm going to play in 2028, it's 4 years from now. I have to take time to think about that. So I'm not going to make any decision based on how this experience was or how I feel individually. I keep trying to say, I'm trying not to make it about me. I know that's the storyline the last few days, but we won. We won a gold medal. And that was the most important. Number 1, that is my player. That is the player, the face of the Boston Celtics that I want. That is such a classy answer. It's such a respectful answer because he got publicly slighted just like Jaylen Brown did. And to have these two take the higher road, they said their personal opinions, but to take the higher road and just now prove everybody wrong in this NBA season is going to be unreal. But who do you guys think had it worse from the media perspective this offseason? Because for some God-known reason, they just can't give the Boston Celtics their flowers when they deserve it. Type Jaylen Brown, JB, Jayson Tatum, type JT. Who's had it worse publicly in the offseason? Let me know in the comment section down below. But if you ask me, the master plan is that Brad Stevens has a pissed off, motivated, revenge-hungry team when they don't have any reason to have revenge because they just won. They have created it. The NBA narrative has created it. Team USA has created chips on Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum's shoulder to say, hey, look, man, we just won the NBA Finals, but I guess I got to show you a little bit more. And that is what Brad Stevens wants to have heading in to this upcoming season. Even Lou Williams, former Sixth Player of the Year, commented on the Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum slight that's been happening. And he said, is there a conspiracy theory going on against Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown? I really want to know because I'm trying to wrap my head around this whole concept of Jaylen Brown not being on that team. And I'm trying to wrap my mind around the league trying to pin them against each other when they've never done that to two superstars. I've never seen that. Now you got JT not getting minutes. And I get those were Kevin Durant's minutes, but JT's put a body of work where he should be respected as well. So other people are seeing this now, and the NBA is going to run with it. I'm sure the headlines are going to be crazy heading into this season, and that's why a revenge tour is coming. This is the best case scenario for reigning champions. You can't take it easy. Do not take your foot off the gas and let the master plan unfold in front of you. If you guys think the Boston Celtics will prove to the NBA once more that they are the best team in the league, go on ahead, spam your shamrocks in the comment section down below. I need all 38,000 loyal Celtics fans on this channel to let everybody know the Boston Celtics are still the best team in the NBA.